15 points is the cushion right now, although United could reduce that to 12 later today. Do you think the pressure's completely off City ahead of this one then?
I would say the pressure's off, as in having to win the game. But they've got a manager that will be putting pressure on them to win the game and beat their own record. 22 consecutive wins, and we've seen in previous seasons that when records have been there to be broken, Manchester City will really go for it. And it's a derby game, and I remember a few seasons ago, Aaron, when City could have won the league at the Etihad in front of their own fans against Manchester United. They were 2 up at half-time, and Manchester United came back and spoiled the party and won 3-2 and celebrated as if they'd won the league themselves. So Ole, Manchester United will be going all out to make sure that City aren't breaking another record. But from City's point of view, the way they're playing, no matter what team goes out, you've got to fancy them to continue this run.
How much do you think the record means to Pep Guardiola? Sorry, all the records, I should say, because they're breaking several at the moment and have a couple more in their sights. How important do you think those are on a personal level to Pep Guardiola?
I think for Pep personally and his staff and the players as well in the club, they want to break records. I'll go back again to a couple of seasons ago when the 100-point season and they wanted the 100 goals. The league was won, and there was no real need for them to push on to do it. And then Gabriel Jesus scores at Southampton in the last minute, and you've seen the way they celebrated. It was as if they'd won the league again. So I think that breaking records, as much as they'll play it down, and they'll say if you only break records if you can win titles at the end of it. But I think from a personal point of view, individually and collectively, they want to break every single record they've got. And I really do think that's what drives them on all the time. They keep talking about the next game. If they win the next game, it's another game closer to the record or breaking records again. And the mentality within the squad, that's what's really driving them on at the minute.
And if we go to the next game, Manchester United, which we have mentioned, I mean, that surely is extra motivation for the Manchester United players, don't you think? How much do you think they would love to halt that record run that City are on?
Yeah, the big rivals, and obviously earlier on in the season, Manchester United were looking at the title themselves, being top of the league, but Manchester City on this run have just blown everybody away. So they'll be desperate to try and stop breaking the records. Just the fact that it's the derby, it's Manchester City, they'll want to do it at the Etihad again. But the way, if it goes into Sunday and it's 12 points, I don't think that's going to have any bearing on the title race. There'll be 10 games left after that. Manchester City will have to lose 4 games where it's impossible to see them losing 1 at the minute. And then Manchester United will have to win every single game and match Manchester City's results. So from Manchester United's point of view, I think it's got to be to go there and not get beaten and try and stop Manchester City breaking the record. From City's, it's another win closer to winning the Premier League again. Yeah,
I was going to ask you about your prediction for the game. These are the top 2 scoring sides in the league. City going back above United with their 4 goals last night. But it was pretty cagey back in December, 0-0. So what would you expect this time?
Yeah, I think it'll be different, Aaron. The free-flowing Manchester City, the way they're playing, I touched on earlier the amount of goals that they're scoring from everywhere, regardless of who's in the team. And United's record against the top 6, the big 6, as in scoring goals, hasn't been great. And I genuinely think that they've missed Paul Pogba recently. I know he's come in for a lot of criticism, but they don't seem to be as creative, and they rely heavily, as well known, Bruno Fernandes. And a big thing as well for Manchester United will be if Cavani's fit, because he's the one that he's the only one really that looks to score and be a threat in every single game. But Manchester City, I'm sure there'll be other changes. There'll be fresher legs again. I can see them going on and breaking their own record on Sunday.